You are listening to the Rewards Canada podcast.
Hello, and welcome to episode 93 of the Rewards Canada podcast. This time we have a deals, movers and shakers, and tips and tricks episode. I'd originally planned on releasing this episode almost 2 weeks ago. However, thanks to a cold and a pretty hoarse voice, I had to delay it quite a bit here. But I'm still going to go ahead with it, even though some of this news is from kind of the mid-June time and some of the offers were late June. I still feel that these are relevant, so I'm going to go ahead with this episode as it is and probably, come out with another one almost pretty quick after this, covering more stuff. As always, you'll find links to all these offers and articles on our podcast page at rewardscanada.ca/podcast. And if you're listening in on our YouTube channel, in the description box below the video. So we're going to start off with the latest, most notable deals that are available to Canadians. So these are not actually the latest, like I said, we're running a little bit behind here, but these are still out there and hopefully fresh in everybody's minds. These are typically bonus miles or points offers, but may also be travel deals and such. For this episode, it's a credit card statement credit offer and a bonus mile offer. The first deal is the return of American Express's Shop Small promotion. This is where you go out and shop at small retailers, not your big box stores, and you earn a statement credit for just a small amount of spend at those retailers. It's really to get people out there to try out their cards at your not so popular stores, I guess. Well, I guess some are popular, but your big box, your big major retailers, those type of stores. This time around, the promotion is only set in 5 cities across Canada and for online retailers. Because there's the online portion as well, and if you might be traveling to other cities, card holders from anywhere in Canada can register for the offer. Amex has definitely tightened the purse strings with this year's offer by having it max out at $25 in total credits, having it limited to those cities, and not being open to all cards. If you guys recall from last summer, I think it was pretty much open to anybody, everybody, all cards, and there were no city limitations either. It was shop small retailers, coast to coast to coast. Here at Rewards Canada, we personally only received it on 2 of the 6 cards we use in our household. And I think what it shows is that after 2 years of providing a lot of incentives for existing card members and coming out with record bonus offers for new acquisitions in 2021, that things are starting to return to normal. And we know that the marketing budgets at American Express have been a little bit leaner in 2022 compared to previous years. So that could be why Shop Small is more limiting this year. Nonetheless, it is a promotion worthy of using if you can. To get $5 back on a purchase as little as $10 up to 5 times is something you definitely want to consider taking advantage of. The offer is in place until August 24th, and it is limited to the first 100,000 members who register for it. Now, it launched right at the end of June, and this is being recorded middle of July, and I checked, and it still looked like it was open for registration, so I don't think they've hit that 100,000 yet, but they may do soon. So if you're listening to this podcast middle of July here, I would recommend going to register for the offer. Check which cards of yours in your Amex account have been targeted for it, and make sure you register for it if you haven't done so yet. The second bonus offer we'll take a look at is an Air Miles bonus offer for stays at IHG hotels and resorts worldwide. So IHG is Intercontinental Hotels Group. So those are your Holiday Inns, Holiday Inn Express, Crown Plaza, Intercontinental Hotels, and many other chains. But they're known as IHG Hotels and Resorts. So Air Miles members can earn 100 bonus Air Miles for all stays of 2 or more nights at participating hotels until the end of the year. So this is a long promotion, which is nice. And I know while Air Miles has taken a lot of heat, it's nice to see a bonus like this in place, especially for those who don't frequent IHG hotels enough to extract value from the IHG One Rewards program. It is bonuses like these that are perfect for those infrequent guests, seeing that 100 miles is 5 miles over that 95 for $10 cash mile redemption rate. So basically you're just getting, the equivalent of just over about $10 back on one of your hotel stays, which is better than having no bonus at all. Or if you're crediting to your IHG One Rewards account, having those points stranded there that you would never use. To earn the bonus, you do actually have to join IHG One Rewards. However, all you have to do is once you join, and that's free to do so, is set your account to earn Air Miles instead of IHG One Rewards points, and then book via the special offer page for Air Miles. We link to that from our site and the podcast page. I'll make sure it's there. A quick check of some rates shows the 100 bonus Air Miles offer is the equivalent of the member best flexible rate. So you're actually getting a pretty good deal here. You're getting a good price, typically on a good cancelable, refundable rate, and you're getting the bonus. Just remember, you have to stay at least 2 nights or more at a participating hotel. The good thing with this is you can also take advantage of the current automatic Platinum Elite status that IHG One Rewards is offering. This will give you some small extra benefits on your stay. This Platinum Elite status offer, you have to register for it by July 31st. We'll link to that as well, so you can do so on our podcast page. This Air Miles IHG promotion is kind of notable as it's quite rare to earn a bonus for stays at IHG hotels that isn't for their own IHG One Rewards program. In fact, it's kind of true for all hotel programs right now. Choice and IHG used to always have bonuses with Air Canada, United, and some other airlines. In the last week, we saw another one come out for IHG for American Airlines, but these are kind of few and far between. Best Western would used to have tons of bonuses with a lot of airlines. Marriott used to as well, and now these are really, really few and far between. I mean, they're out there, and we do report them on our websites, but they aren't as plentiful like we used to see before the pandemic. Up until about 2018, we would see tons of airline and other travel program bonuses with IHG, but those have really dwindled over the years. They virtually disappeared during COVID. Maybe we saw 3 or 4 offers in 2020 and 2021. So a promotion like this is, like we said before, is perfect for those who don't frequent a chain enough, but it gives you a little more incentive to earn something if you are staying with that chain. Now we'll move on to Movers and Shakers, which covers some of the latest loyalty program, travel, and credit card news. The big news from late July was the announcement of Staples leaving the Air Miles program. This was hot on the heels of the news of Empire Company Limited, that's the parent company of Sobeys, Safeway, IGA, and other stores, leaving the Air Miles program as well. Staples left the program as of July 1st and made no mention of joining any other loyalty program or even creating their own. They have some discounts programs in place for small businesses and teachers, which are continuing on. And when you think of it, they don't have a lot of competition in this space, so perhaps they don't see the need for a loyalty program. That being said, in some ways, I'm surprised they did leave Air Miles, as the earn rate for the program was very poor at Staples, 1 mile for $40 spent. That's double of what most partners have at 1 for $20. That's not a huge per mile investment on Staples' part, and I would think a lot of transactions that they had didn't even reward any miles at all because they didn't hit that $40 level. I think this shows the inherent issue with the Air Miles program, and it is very expensive, and that it is very expensive to be a part of, even before you pay for the miles that you issue. I mean, why would you leave the program if it makes sense financially, right? I mean, there could be several other issues that could be behind them leaving. As pointed out by Joshua C., who passes along a lot of great information to Rewards Canada, he knows that Staple has been a partner for 10 years, and perhaps they had a 10-year contract, as that does seem common for Air Miles, so perhaps they just decided not to renew that contract if those 10 years were up. There's also the possibility Staples didn't see value in the program anymore, or didn't want to be associated with it anymore, since it has lost so many nationwide partners. We saw something similar happen, but on a smaller extent in 2016, where partners were unhappy with Air Miles because they were receiving the backlash. The partners were receiving the backlash for the Air Miles expiry issue that took up probably a good 7 months of 2016. Or it could be a combination of all of those reasons. Who knows? Those are just some guesses on our part. The next piece of news we're going to talk about here really got the points and miles world excited, and that was the announcement in June from Brim Financial that they will partner with Air France KLM's Flying Blue, and they will issue a co-brand card for the program here in Canada. There actually wasn't a lot of detail in the press release from Brim, so right now we are all making assumptions as to what will be offered, but I think we are pretty safe to assume it will be a MasterCard or MasterCards. And if it is just one though, like just one MasterCard, I can't see it being anything other than a World Elite MasterCard. Brim themselves issue MasterCards for their product lineup. That's also the same for their partnership with Canadian Western Bank, so it is very likely the Flying Blue card or cards will also be MasterCard. We are also taking guesses on benefits. I mean, if it is a World Elite MasterCard, it will automatically come with MasterCard Travel Pass by Dragon Pass, which is the lounge access program. But since it is an Air France KLM card, and they have two of their own lounges in Canada, in Toronto and Montreal, it would be entirely plausible the card would provide entry to those lounges without having to pay the US $32 entry fee that the travel pass charges. The card could also provide things like priority boarding, first check bag free, and a lot of the other benefits we see on other airline cards in Canada. The next thing you think of, will there be elite status earning? Could be possible as well, because other Flying Blue cards around the world do earn XP. That's the elite status earning for the program. And there's cards out there worldwide for Flying Blue that do earn it, so potentially here as well. Seeing that Brim has no foreign transaction fees on their cards, it could be possible the Air France KLM card will offer the same. That being said, Canadian Western Bank's MasterCards that are issued by Brim do not feature the no FX fee, so we know that Brim's technology allows for either or, so we'll just have to wait and see. Brim also mentions a digital experience will be offered with the card. This could potentially mean you will be able to earn extra Flying Blue miles for shopping online with your card or at Brim's merchant partners like you can currently do with Brim's proprietary products. And finally, the Flying Blue program does have one of the strictest expiring mile rules out there, that you have to fly once every 2 years with Air France, KLM, or their select partner airlines, or have a co-brand credit card. So with this being a co-brand card, we're 99.9% sure it will keep your Flying Blue miles from expiring. But like I said, all of this that I just mentioned is pure speculation right now at this time, because there have been no further details provided by Brim or Air France KLM outside of the announcement of the partnership. Now we're going to close out the episode with our tip of the week. This week's tip is about bonus offers. Every single day, Canadian travelers, well, actually travelers from around the world, are leaving thousands upon thousands of points and miles on the table by not taking advantage of bonus offers from airlines, hotels, car rental companies, and other loyalty programs. So my tip of the week is to remind you to always check the Rewards Canada bonus offer section, or go to our global site, frequentflyerbonuses.com, where we cover even more programs than we do on Rewards Canada, before you book any travel or before you go check in for your flights, to see if flights, hotel stays, car rentals, or whatever else you were planning on booking has a promotion to earn more miles, or points, of course. Even on the opposite end, to spend less miles or points. If you're redeeming for a reward, we do list discounted point and mile award offers from most of these programs, or actually all these programs. So you can always check our site as well first to see if you can get 10% miles off, 20%, 50%. We've seen 75% off rewards. So always be sure to go to our bonus offer sections on either site and check them first. It is simply amazing the amount of people I converse with who are unaware that they could have been earning double points on the flights they were taking, 500 bonus points on their hotel stays, and so on and so forth. I mean, if you see a loonie on the ground, will you just walk past it or pick it up? Same goes for these loyalty promotions. There's a lot of offers out there that you shouldn't be walking past. And even though I've been posting bonus offers for over 20 years on Rewards Canada and Frequent Flyer Bonuses, there is still such a huge portion of the population who are generally unaware of these offers. So any chance I get to educate them about the value of these promotions, I will take it. If you're one of these people, I'll provide links to our bonus offers sections on the podcast page at rewardscanada.ca/podcast and in the description in the YouTube video, so that you can find them easily and start earning more miles and more points so that you can have more rewards. And that's all she wrote. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Rewards Canada podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to help spread the word so that we can keep bringing you the best loyalty rewards content in Canada. Share the podcast, hit the like button, leave a 5-star review on your favorite listening platform, and so on. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. The Rewards Canada podcast is produced in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, with music produced by Regina's own TWKOP.